Welcome to another edition of A Game a Day by Zay, presented to you by the Ask Isaiah YouTube page. Tonight's matchup will be the Los Angeles Clippers versus the Indiana Pacers. For the Clippers, they will be playing tonight without Kawhi Leonard. He's resting. The Pacers have Caris LeVert, Malcolm Brogdon, and when Sumner, pardon me. You have Justin Holiday and Domantas Sabonis. I mentioned Kawhi Leonard, who's out. You have Reggie Jackson, Paul George, who's been on a tear. You have Marcus Morris, Luke Kennard, and Ivica Zubac. So for the Clippers, they are 13-4 post All Star break. So they've been turning that corner. And with the recent injury to Jamal Murray, which will put a dent in the Denver Nuggets, who were definitely soaring towards being amongst the league's elite, especially since adding Aaron Gordon to their starting five recently from a trade with Orlando. The injury to Jamal Murray, who tore his ACL, he'll be out for the season. That'll definitely affect how the Nuggets finish out this season and their playoff potential. We start the game. Clippers up 4-2. Paul George able to draw a foul. He'll be going to the free throw line as we look at some of the baskets already from the Clippers. Zubac able to get a strong finish inside. It's very imperative for the Clippers to get Zubac involved in the game very early. He's a player that can get lost at times. I know that the high power offense of the Clippers is predicated around Kawhi Leonard and Paul George. But when you look at Zubac, getting him involved early, having him engaged definitely improves and and impacts his interior defense. He runs the floor harder, and it just increases his confidence. He's a young player who needs constant reassurance when it comes to getting the basketball and having him engaged. So to get him involved early is definitely a good sign for the Clippers. They lead Indiana 6-2 as Paul George makes both free throws. Malcolm Brogdon with the basketball gets it to Caris LeVert. LeVert's coming off of a 34-point performance in his previous in Indiana's previous game. He drive to the rack, able to Euro step, draw foul. He'll be going to the free throw line. LeVert coming from a trade with Indiana and Houston. He was involved in a trade. They got James Harden all the way to Brooklyn, but Caris had to miss some time due to a kidney ailment that could have been cancerous. The pardon me, the the physical the physical actually saved him. The physical that the Pacers gave him, he missed 26 games due to that kidney mass. But the physical saved him. The Pacers were able to wait it out. He's come back. He's been a scorer for them. The whole thing with Levert is he has to stay healthy. Durability has always been an issue with him. You never question the talent, but there's always an injury or something that comes up that prevents him from truly maximizing his true potential. We'll see how the Pacers are able to finish this regular season. They're led by Domantas Sabonis. Sabonis has had a spectacular season. He's a first-year All-Star this year, averaging 21 points per game, 11 rebounds, and 6 assists. He's definitely been a premier interior presence for Indiana, but they've struggled to get consistent, prolific performance on the perimeter. Luke Kennard being hounded by Caris LeVert. He's blocked by Caris, but is rebounded by Zubac, and Zubac travels trying to reestablish himself in the post. So to be a turnover for the Clippers. Clippers lead 6-4 as we look at Tyronn Lue trying to get head coach Tyronn Lue trying to get this team involved and engaged. Then we look at the Pacers so far this season. Against teams above 500, they're 12-20, but against teams under 500, they're 13-27. So that shows you where they are in terms of the league's elite. They're still trying to find their way on a consistent basis. Domantas Sabonis turns over the basketball as Paul George gets to still looking for Zubac inside, but a miscommunication almost stolen. But Kennard saves it from going out of bounds, and he gets it to Marcus Morris, who knocks in the three from the left wing. So the Clippers up 9-4 as we approach 9 minutes in the first. Brogdon trying to drive baseline to kick it out to LeVert is stolen by Luke Kennard. He gets it to Reggie Jackson. Jackson with a floater inside. Can't get the floater for. Rebounded by Malcolm Brogdon. Brogdon, a utility player for Indiana. He does so many different things, impacts the game. He makes great basketball plays. He makes winning plays. Not the most prolific, but he's good at a lot of things. He's a good and solid shooter, very efficient. I mentioned his basketball IQ, making good plays. He's a solid defender, solid playmaker. He's just a very, very solid player that you want to have on your team. As Paul George misses a jump shot, Caris LeVert able to get in the paint for Indiana and draw a foul. So he'll be going to the free throw line for 2. Clippers lead 9-4, 8:19 remaining in the first. LeVert's first free throw is good. I mentioned his 34-point performance in Indiana's previous game. He's a player that is a good mid-range player. He actually has a career high of 51. He can get it going. He's a player that is known to play within the offense, but at times though he can go on the binges that shows you all-star level potential. Coming off of this kidney mass, he's still working his way back into the flow. I mentioned him being in Brooklyn now. In Brooklyn, he had to compete for time and shots at times with Spencer Dinwiddie. They kind of played in similar areas of the floor. They played in similar time on the floor. But now with Indiana, especially with Victor Oladipo in Miami now, he actually went to Houston first before he went to Miami. This gives him some free reign to really showcase what he is. Indiana starting to get some things going. Malcolm Brogdon works his way right to the baseline, then comes back left, gets a fadeaway, free throw line extended. So 11-8 Clippers lead. Paul George very aggressive early, getting to the free throw line once again. Paul George has been on a tear offensively. Paul faced a lot of criticism over the last couple of years, especially how he's ended his postseasons, whether it be in OKC and with the Clippers last year in the bubble. But Paul is a player of immense talent. He's a great shooter. He has the measurables. He's 6'9". He has a good wingspan. He's a great defender. He's good off the dribble, has handle, all of these requisite skills. A lot of times, though, with Paul, it's about the mental toughness. He tends to get overwhelmed at times, and it shows. Whereas now, with the Clippers playing an underwhelming brand of basketball in the bubble, they're definitely motivated to prove that they're amongst the team's elite. How they've played over the last 17 games is a byproduct of what Paul has been able to showcase over the last 2 months of basketball. Pacers get out and run. Caris LeVert from the right corner misses a 3. Paul George comes down with the rebound. Very poised, going behind the back, trying to get around Sabonis, and he gets the layup off the glass with the right hand over the outstretched arms of Sabonis. Clippers lead 15-10. Domantas Sabonis in the post looking to respond, guarded by Zubac. Kicks it out over his head to Malcolm Brogdon on the left wing. Back to Sabonis, straightaway 3 is no good, rebounded by Luke Kennard. Clippers up 2 possessions. Great defense by Caris LeVert as he rips Luke Kennard straight up defensively. Steals the ball. Kennard has to foul him to prevent an easy layup. So we'll be back as it is 6:37 left in the first quarter. This is the Game of Day by Zay presented to you by the Ask Isaiah YouTube page. The Pacers call timeout, so we'll be back. Clippers lead by 5, 15-10. Stay tuned. Welcome back as Pacers have possession against the Clippers. We're still early. This is the first quarter. Clippers lead 15-10. So far, Pacers shooting 3 of 9 from the field. Caris LeVert working off the dribble. Great hesitation dribble, working his way right. Hesitation dribble off Paul George, losing him, and he's able to finish. Clippers with the basketball. Their 3-point percentage this year is relatively high, 42%, first in the league. So they rely on the 3-point shot. If you look at them on paper, it doesn't look like they have shooters, but the quality of their 3-point shots allows for them to get uh, good shots. Like you look at Paul George, he's a capable 3-point shooter. At times, he can get in the zone. Down the stretch of certain seasons, he tends to lose it at times due to certain injuries to his shoulder or his elbow, whatever the case may be. But when he's on, he's one of the best shooters in the game. You got Kawhi Leonard, who can knock down the three. He's very efficient. He's not a high volume 3-point shooter, but he's very efficient. The Clippers did signed Luke Kennard from Detroit last year. Kennard is starting to grow into his role as the shooter that the Clippers envisioned to start the season. He didn't really live up to that $64 million contract that he got in the offseason. But since then, since I would say maybe mid-February, he's turned the corner and really had some games that really showcased that he can be a knockdown shooter that they want him to be. And actually, head coach Ty Lue has actually encouraged him to be a volume 3-point shooter for this team. So you have him as a shooter. Then you also have Nicholas Batum, who is a capable shooter as well. Not high volume, but he's definitely capable. So this team has shooters that can knock it down. Their thing is more so about efficient shots and just being able to run quality offense under pressure. That's why they've acquired Rajon Rondo off the waiver wire. Rajon is a part of me. Rajon Rondo was in a trade. He was in a trade for Lou Williams. Rajon is a championship caliber point guard. He's got 2 championships, most recently with the Los Angeles Lakers last year. But he's a player that can set players up, especially and run offense. So we'll see how his addition can help this Clipper team go to the next level. Paul George looking to work a Euro step around Domantas Sabonis. Can't finish with the right hand. Offensive rebound to Reggie Jackson. Skip pass over to Paul George for 3. He knocks it down. So again, when Paul is in that zone, we see him very aggressive early, knocking down this right wing 3, putting the Clippers up 3 as the Pacers came back and took to tie the game. And they tie it on cue as Domantas Sabonis is able to knock down a right wing 3. So the game tied at 19. Reggie Jackson with the basketball, looking to probe the paint. Had opportunities to score, but instead dribbles it back out to Paul George. He gets it into Zubac. Zubac takes contact from Malcolm Brogdon, still finishes strong. So that goes back to my point earlier about keeping Zubac engaged, having him touch the ball early, and get baskets. It only enhances his confidence. Malcolm Brogdon comes back and gets a floater, free throw line extended. Brogdon very crafty with the basketball. Not the most athletic, not explosive, but he's crafty with the basketball. He takes care of the basketball. That's why any team he's on, whether it's Milwaukee or Indiana, they trust him with the ball. 5 on the shot clock. Reggie Jackson gets it to Zubac, and Zubac with the left hand slam over Sabonis. Great pick and roll set up there from Reggie Jackson, and Zubac gets a poster. Big time slam for Zubac. But Justin Holiday comes back and knocks in a 3 to squelch any momentum that the Clippers might be gaining. Back-to-back slams for Zubac. Paul George looking to set up Zubac, instead goes for the floater. Tried to use Zubac as a decoy there. Holiday looking to attack left, going off the glass with the left hand. He's able to finish it. And Ty Lue doesn't like what he's seeing as the Pacers now take the lead up 3, 26-23. They went into the last timeout down 5, but now they're up 3. 3:27 left in the first. This is a Game of Day by Isaiah, presented to you by the Ask Isaiah YouTube page. Stay tuned for more. Welcome back as the Clippers trail by 3 out of that break. They get a time. They get a bucket out of that timeout. So it's 26-25. 26-25, under 3 to play in the first. Pacers starting to turn things around offensively as Malcolm Brogdon takes Nicholas Batum off the dribble and gets the basket. So it's 28-25. Brogdon already with 10 points, 5 of 6 from the floor. I mentioned his efficiency earlier, always making the right basketball play. As Doug McDermott now in the game, he's guarding Marcus Morris off the right block. Fadeaway jumper from Morris, no good. TJ McConnell in the game. McConnell, very, very rugged point guard, willing to put on his hard hat and work every single night, brings energy off the bench. He gets it to Caris LeVert. LeVert able to score inside, takes the contact, and we get an and one. So that southpaw game for Caris LeVert always works to his advantage. He has a quirky game. You don't know um, he, how he's gonna move. Obviously, with the left hand, he's very strong, but he's a right-handed player, but he just moves with his left hand as a dominant player. So he just moves with his left hand as the dominant hand. So defensively, you can't really guard him. He's very herky jerky with how he plays. 12 points already, 4 of 6 from the floor, 4 of 6 at the free throw line. He completes the and one. Clippers trail by 6 now. Indiana leads 31-25 as we approach 2 minutes to play in the first quarter. Rajon Rondo with the basketball. He makes his first appearance into the game. He sets up Paul George coming off of a down screen to knock down another three, this time from the left wing. So Clippers cut that 6-point deficit to 3. And Malcolm Brogdon misses a 3. Paul George had the rebound stolen by Caris LeVert. LeVert tries to get the reverse. He can't finish. Domantas Sabonis tries to get a finish, but it goes off the front rim and Rajon Rondo gets the rebound. So Rondo directing, even though he doesn't have the basketball. Paul George takes the 3. He misses it off the back rim, rebounded by LeVert. So LeVert trying to get it to Sabonis, has it stolen by Terrence Mann. Mann drives and kicks out to Rondo. Patrick Patterson also into the game for the Clippers. Patterson thought about a 3, instead goes to Paul George. George shoots the 3 from the right corner and it falls, although it hits all parts of the rim before going in. That's the shooter's role that Paul George has gotten here in Indiana for years. He started uh, his first 7 years here as a Clipper before, as a Pacer, pardon me, before going to the Oklahoma City Thunder in 2017. The the end of that tenure here in Indiana wasn't the most ceremonious, but Paul did have some great moments here, especially 2 Eastern Conference Finals appearances going against Miami. Two of them, I mean, pardon me, one of them actually going 7 in 2013. So he did have some great moments. That core here in Indiana was him, Lance Stevenson, Danny Granger, uh, David West, Roy Hibbert. The Indiana Pacers during that time definitely had some quality years, but they just couldn't get over that hump. He had to chase the championship and change the trajectory of his career. He's been on the Thunder and the Clippers since. Both teams have had championship expectations, and he's been a part of that. They just haven't lived up to it. Pacers, though, go into the second quarter up 3 as TJ McConnell knocks in the 3 at the buzzer. 34-31, Indiana leads the Clippers. Indiana trailed through the early parts of this game, but they turned it around at the latter part of that third. Great energy, especially from McConnell, Caris LeVert, and Malcolm Brogdon to swing the game. So Pacers go into the second quarter up 3 on the Clippers, 34-31. This is the Game of the Day by Zay, presented to you by the Alex Garcia YouTube page. Stay tuned. So we start this second quarter live from Indiana. Indiana leads the Clippers 36-31. TJ McConnell starts the second quarter with a lay-in to increase Indiana's lead to 5. The lead that we see now really came at the latter part of that first quarter where they were able to get out and run, challenge the Clippers. Indiana giving up a basket to Terrence Mann as he's able to score. We look at the turnovers for both teams so far. Indiana with 5 turnovers, Clippers with 3. Batazde able to fight for the offensive rebound. He tried to save it for Indiana, but Clippers able to get out and run. Reggie Jackson is fouled going left, in and out dribble. He's fouled by Doug McDermott. So on the floor for the Clippers now, Reggie Jackson, Rajon Rondo, Patrick Patterson, Terrence Mann, and Nicholas Batum. We'll get the five from the Pacers to you very shortly. But when we look at the stats from the first quarter, Clippers 12 of 25, 48% from the field. Pacers 56% from the field, 14 of 25, 4 of 10 from three is Indiana. Pardon me, is the Clippers, and the Pacers are 3 of 10 from three. From the free throw line, Pacers 5 of 5, Clippers 5 of 7. But the points off turnovers, the Pacers already with 8 points off turnovers compared to the Clippers only 4 points off turnovers. So that's definitely an issue. Clippers trail by 2. McConnell working against Reggie Jackson, trying to finish on the baseline. He finishes with the left hand going right. And TJ McConnell gets a steal off the Clippers inbound. Very lazy inbound from Reggie Jackson. Stolen by McConnell, and he gets another basket. So making those winning plays, those hustle plays that matter most. Pacers up 6 now. Terrence Mann trying to get an acrobatic layup to fall. He can't get it to fall. And Jeremy Lamb is in the game for the Pacers. Tries to take a straightaway three from the top of the key. No good. Rebounded by Patrick Patterson. So Rajon Rondo with the basketball, probing, trying to get inside, finishing with the right hand, can't finish. But Batazde fouls, fouls Rondo. As we look at this, TJ McConnell laying, easy laying, but then he catches Reggie Jackson slipping. Very lazy inbound, gets the steal and quick finish. So Pacers up 6, but Rajon Rondo will go to the free throw line. I mentioned Rajon Rondo's championship pedigree with the Los Angeles Lakers last year in the bubble. He was a part of that Boston Celtics team that played for Doc Rivers in 2008 to win the championship against the Los Angeles Lakers. So he has championship experience. He played in a number of conference finals as well with the Celtics outside of that championship. So he does have playoff experience. His whole thing now more recently has been about durability. Teams know about what he can contribute in a winning situation, but he hasn't been durable on a consistent basis over the last couple of years. He's actually returning from an extended absence, going back to his last months in Atlanta before coming over to the Clippers. But now, with playoffs approaching, he's definitely much more engaged. He has 72 career playoff wins, second most amongst active point guards, second only to Steph Curry right now. And he also has 10 playoff triple doubles. So you see the impact that he has, not just as a playmaker, but he's a great defender. He's a great rebounder for a guard his size. Despite his diminutive size, he does all of the winning things necessary to contribute to a championship team. The only thing, though, his career has had unique odysseys. He's been on a number of teams trying to recapture those Celtics years, or even more recently with the Lakers in their championship run. But when he's able to really get in that zone and contribute to a winning situation, you see Rondo at his very best. So I think on this Clippers team, who definitely have championship aspirations, we'll see what he's able to do. Game tied at 40 though, as Nicholas Batum is able to get a breakaway dunk. Great steal by Terrence Mann to set up Batum. Batum able to get out and run off the leak out. Mann found him for the two-hand slam. So game tied at 40. Pacers with the basketball, 9:24 left in the first half. Aaron Holiday into the game. Batazde shoots a straightaway three for Indiana, can't get it to fall. Clippers on the run. Rondo trying to get a Euro step and finish with that right hand, rebounded by Jeremy Lamb. TJ McConnell surveying the floor, drives and kicks to Aaron Holiday for three. can get it to fall. Rajon Rondo with the rebound and great assist ahead for man, but it's blocked on the chase down by Aaron Holiday, and we got a foul to prevent the easy layup for TJ McConnell. But great outlet pass there from Rondo to set up Terrence Mann, and Aaron Holiday on the get back, able to block that with his right hand as Mann tried to reverse from the left side to the right side. Holiday timed it perfectly to get that block. So great effort to get back despite the missed three. Game tied at 40, Indiana basketball, 9 minutes left in the first half. McConnell working his way to the right side of the block, skip pass over to Jeremy Lamb, and Lamb is fouled by Rondo on the drive. So Lamb will be going to the free throw line. Lamb, a national champion with the University of Connecticut. He's had numerous stops. You can go back to his years with Oklahoma City, where he was relegated to a bench player, learning his way under Russell Westbrook, Kevin Durant, Serge Ibaka. Then he definitely carved out a niche for himself with the Charlotte Hornets. He also played with the Houston Rockets. He's been around. He's returning from a debilitating knee injury going back to last year. Uh, since he's come back this year, he's played really well for Indiana, especially giving him a lot of energy off the bench. He goes 1 of 2 at the free throw line, 41-40. Pacers lead, 6 on the shot clock. Rajon Rondo with the basketball. Mismatch on Batage, still drives, tries to finish with the right hand, can't finish, but Patrick Patterson is there for the putback. So even though Rondo missed, he definitely drew a lot of attention on that drive, and it allowed for that rebounding lane for Patrick Patterson. So Batage over to TJ McConnell, 10 on the shot clock. Can he get the shot off? Goes left, spins back right for the fadeaway jumper. Can't get it to fall, so rebound. Rebound doesn't go to the Clippers. It goes to the Clippers. The possession goes to the Clippers, though, because ball went off of Doug McDermott. So Rondo with the basketball. Clippers up by 142-41. Terrence Mann looking to get inside. He attacks and is blocked by Batage. But again on the offensive glass, Patrick Patterson proving his worth off of the bench. The 6'10 power forward, mostly known for shooting, is putting in work on the boards to give the Clippers a 3-point lead. Terrence Batum tries to finish a basket inside. Great defense by Batage to defend without fouling. And we look at Aaron Holiday able to attack the basket with the left hand. He gets the finish. So it's a 1-point game, 44-43. We look at the Clippers so far. On their 15 made field goals, they have 12 assists. So they are moving the basketball and getting others involved. We're seeing a lot of effort on the offensive glass as well here at the halfway mark of the second quarter. So we'll be back as there's a timeout by the Clippers. 7:14 remaining. Clippers lead by 1 with the basketball. 44-43. Stay tuned. Welcome back as the Clippers lead 44-43. Clippers have possession. Again, the team's stats so far. Clippers are shooting 44%, while the Pacers are shooting 49%. But the Clippers out-rebounding the Pacers 19-16. That's allowed for them to get separation at times, especially on the offensive glass. Luke Kennard gets a big-time 3 set up from Reggie Jackson, driving left in the lane and kicking out at the top of the key. So 3-point is good for Luke Kennard. Clippers lead by 4, 47-43. Doug McDermott looking to set up Batage inside. He has his initial shot blocked with great tenacity on the offensive glass. He can't finish the layup, rebounded by Nicholas Batum. Terrence Mann in the right corner, 3-point shot is good. So good ball movement from the Clippers to set up open 3-point shots. So far, the 3-point line has been very good to the Clippers so far, as they've knocked down 5 3-pointers already. 6 3-pointers already here in the first half. Terrence Mann gets a rebound off of missed shots by the Clippers. He's looking to push the fast break, but it's stolen by Jeremy Lamb. And Mann fouls Jeremy to stop the fast break. But Clippers using the 3-point line to open up a 7-point lead now as we're halfway through the second quarter. Coming back into the game for Aaron Holiday is Domantas Sabonis. Sabonis actually involved in the Paul George trade that sent Paul to OKC, and the Indiana Pacers received Sabonis and Victor Oladipo. Oladipo's tenure with the Pacers didn't end as well as it started. His initial first year with the Pacers saw him make all-defensive team and an All-NBA team, and make his first All-Star game. But since then, he's dealt with a myriad of injuries that have prevented him from getting back to that All-Star status. Sabonis, though, has worked his way into one of the premier young big men in this league. Paul George attacking Jeremy Lamb, trying to get inside, spinning in the lane, going left. He draws a foul. They're trying to determine whether this is a shooting foul. As we look at highlights of Arvydas Sabonis, Domantas' father, the version of Domantas Sabonis that came to the NBA in the mid-90s was a clear lesser version of the athletic and younger Arvydas Sabonis. But Sabonis dealt with a lot of injuries prior to coming to the NBA. So the fact that he was able to reinvent himself in the NBA as one of the most skilled passers in the game, especially out of the post. He was able to shoot the ball from three, especially at a time where we hadn't seen players really, especially from the big position, stretching the floor and utilizing the three-point line. So to see him in his latter years reinvent himself to that level, it only goes to show you what the potential for Domantas can be. Peak Arvydas is probably better than Domantas, but Domantas will be able to live out the career that a young Arvydas could have potentially had in the NBA. And Sabonis showing physicality in the paint, able to finish with the left hand, going against Marcus Morris in the post. A steal by the Pacers gets Malcolm Brogdon a straightaway three as Paul George had miscommunication with Patrick Patterson in the post, turned into a turnover, and Brogdon able to knock down the three. So Pacers trail by 4 now, 52-48. Paul George looking to respond, knocks in the jumper. So we look at both teams with 6 points off of 6 turnovers, and Pacers have 10 points off of Indiana. Pacers have 10 points off of Clippers turnovers. Clippers have 9 points off of Indiana's turnovers. So it's 54-48. Jeremy Lamb with the mismatch on Patrick Patterson on the perimeter. Off the dribble, Jeremy Lamb able to draw the foul on Patrick Patterson. Patrick Patterson couldn't move laterally with Lamb. And the unfortunate part is that foul happened with 1 second left on the shot clock. So Lamb will go to the free throw line. First free throw for Lamb is good. The free throw line so far, Pacers 6 of 7, while the Clippers are 12 of 14. Clippers out rebounding the Pacers 22-17 as well. 4-point game, 54-50. Clippers battling against a Pacers team without Kawhi Leonard. Leonard getting rest. He's definitely played a lot more consistently than he did last year. So fans don't have to worry so much about load management this year. He's definitely more motivated to play more and build the chemistry that the team lacked last year. In the post, Sabonis trying to finish. Can't finish the initial layup, but he gets the offensive rebound and put back. Clippers lead by 4 again, 56-52. They previously got a basket from Marcus Morris. Paul George attacking, splits defenders, going right, but tried to reverse back left. I think that prevented that basket from going in. And in turn, that's a 4-point swing as Domantas Sabonis comes back down on the fast break and gets a lay-in. And now he has an opportunity to get an and one opportunity as Zubac wasn't able to prevent Zubac from getting in the paint. Zubac showing physicality, dropped that right shoulder and was able to get the left-handed basket to fall. So it's 56-52, 3:34 left in the first half. Sabonis looking to complete the and one. Sabonis makes the free throw. So it's a 1-point game again. 56-54. Pacers will not go away. Clippers led by as many as 7. It looked like they were trying to really run away with the game, but Pacers have responded. So Reggie Jackson with the basketball, working right, guarded by Sabonis. He takes a step back three, can't get it to fall. Rebounded by Jeremy Lamb. Lamb looking to set up Sabonis inside. He's had it going. Instead, Lamb goes to Caris LeVert, jab step, pull up three for LeVert. Can't get it to fall. Rebounded by Morris. Morris with a good outlet pass to Zubac, but he's stopped in the paint by Lamb momentarily. Zubac able to spin back to his right shoulder and get a hook shot to fall. So it's a 3-point game, 58-55. Zubac 4-4 from the floor with 8 points. Malcolm Brogdon knocks in a 3-point shot from the right corner to tie the game at 58. So back and forth we go. Paul George looking to get the victory against his former team, able to find Marcus Morris to step into a 3-point shot from the left wing. Brogdon already in the first half with 16 points. Caris LeVert looking to attack Reggie Jackson. He draws a foul. He'll be going to the free throw line for 2. 2:16 left here in the first half. We got a timeout, so we'll be back with more. Clippers lead by 3, but the Pacers aren't going away. 61-58. Stay tuned. Welcome back. As Pacers trail by 3, Caris LeVert got 2 opportunities at the free throw line. He goes 1 of 2. He misses the first. He makes the second. So Clippers lead. Pacers 61-59 as we approach 2 minutes remaining here in the first half. Luke Kennard takes a jumper from the free throw line. Can't knock it down. Pacers looking to get out and run. Inside, Sabonis guarded by Zubac. Takes a one-leg fadeaway. Can't get it to fall. Rebounded by Paul George. George looking to push, gets it to Morris. Morris over to Kennard in the left corner. Kennard working his way back out to the wing. Gets it to the middle, top of the key, guarded by Zubac. Guarded by Sabonis. Zubac able to find Paul George. Back to Zubac for another left-hand slam. So Zubac very, very aggressive early, 5 of 5 from the floor, including 3 slams to help the Clippers increase a 4-point lead now. Sumner for 3, can't knock it down, rebounded by Paul George. So Paul George not only scoring early, but he's attacking the glass, working as a playmaker. Crossover dribble on Justin Holiday. Fadeaway jumper from George. Paul George in the zone right now, working from that left block, able to get a fadeaway jumper. Clippers up 6, 65-59. Paul George here in the first half, 21 points. Very efficient, 6 of 12 from the floor. He's been getting to the free throw line as well. 3-point shot for Justin Holiday looking to respond. He does. So he cuts a 6-point deficit to 3 now, 65-62. Again, the Pacers will not go away. Paul George with the basketball. Goes to Morris. Morris is foul. Pardon me, they don't call it foul. They say it'll be a turnover. It looked like there was some contact there, but the refs thought Morris more so sold it than it was actual contact. So it's a 3-point game, 65-62. 35 seconds left. Pacers with the basketball. Going into the second quarter, Pacers were up 3, 34-31. So let's see if the Clippers can close out this quarter and go into the half with at least a 3-point lead. Brogdon with the basketball. Brogdon has been prolific here in the first half as well. He has 16 points. Caris LeVert attacking, going left. Again, that left hand seems to be his dominant hand. He attacks with the left, but finishes with the floater. 65-64. 4-second differential between shot clock and game clock. Paul George attacking Caris LeVert. That fade away from Paul is good. Paul George with 23 points here in the first half. 7 seconds left. Pacers can cut this deficit to 1 or go into the half tied. And Sumner is fouled by Luke Kennard. Great find by Malcolm Brogdon as Sumner cut baseline and got a wide open attack at the rim there. Foul with 2.3 left on the clock. That was a great basketball IQ there by Malcolm Brogdon to get the ball ahead quickly to get an opportunity at the rim. Sumner will be going to the free throw line for 2. The first free throw is good. So Edwin Sumner trying to establish himself here on the Pacers. Very young, only his second year in the league. Second free throw, no good. Rebounded by Zubac. And the Clippers will go into the half up to 67-65. We'll be back with more as this is a game of day by Isaiah. We'll be back with the second half. We'll be back with the first half stats and give you the preview to the second half as both teams are battling it out. Clippers battling without the likes of Kawhi Leonard, still showing high potent offense, but Clippers not fighting regardless of who's there. We'll be back with more. This is a game of day by Isaiah presented to you by the Ask Isaiah YouTube page. Stay tuned. Welcome back as the Clippers lead Indiana 67-65. Start this third quarter. Caris LeVert with the basketball going to Domantas Sabonis. Sabonis on the left block, jab step, takes contact. Refs don't call it. He has to work baseline, and he steps out of bounds. So great solid defense there by Zubac, who had a very strong first half with 10 points, 5 of 5 from the floor, including 4 dunks. 2 poster variety as the Clippers got him engaged early. He was involved in the offense, and that only boosted his confidence to attack the Pacers interior. Paul George with the basketball in the first half, 23.6 of 12 from the floor. Very, very aggressive against his former team. He goes to Marcus Morris on the left block. Couldn't get the fadeaway to fall, so Pacers looking to tie the game again. Malcolm Brogdon attacks the basket once again for another bucket. Brogdon now with 18 points. Very efficient is Brogdon. Brogdon has only missed 2 shots tonight. Game tied at 67. Paul George with the basketball looking to kick out to Morris in the left corner. 3-point shot is good. So the Clippers, the best 3-point shooting team in the league in terms of efficiency. Morris knocks down his third 3 of the game. He's 3 of 3 so far for 16 points. So Clippers force a bad pass from the Pacers. So up 3 with the basketball. Clippers again trying to take control. The one thing I'll say about the Pacers, though, is they haven't gone away. If you look at the 3-point shooting for the Clippers, Marcus Morris shooting 47% from 3, Kennard shooting 47% from 3, Paul George shooting 44%, Reggie Jackson shooting 43%. Again, like I said earlier, although they're shooting efficiently from 3, they don't have shooters on paper. I think the Clippers really only have 2 shooters, and that would be really Luke Kennard and Paul George. Kawhi, again, very efficient from 3, but I wouldn't call him a knockdown shooter. He's more of a scorer that can shoot at a high level. You look at that, and you see that on paper. Can that level of 3-point shooting be sustainable in the playoffs under pressure? Will Morris continue to knock down the 3 at a high clip? Will Reggie Jackson continue to knock down the 3 at that high of a clip? We'll see. But it'll be very, very interesting to see if they can sustain that level of efficiency. Edmund Sumner attacks the paint, looking to kick out to Domantas Sabonis. He misses a 3. While I was breaking down the 3-point shooting from the Clippers, the Pacers took a 1-point lead, 71-70. So back and forth we go. Clippers with the basketball, looking to take the lead back. But Luke Kennard mishandles the dribble And Edmund Sumner will get an easy layup, and we got a timeout from Ty Lewis. He doesn't like what he's seeing. Back and forth we go. Now the Pacers up 73-70, 9:22 remaining. This is the Game of Day by Zay, presented to you by the Ask Isaiah YouTube page. Stay tuned. Welcome back. As the Clippers had to call a timeout, Pacers now up 73-70. Reggie Jackson looking to attack and get the basket. Tough finish by Reggie Jackson, and he'll be going to the free throw line to look to tie the game at 73. I want to make a correction. I said Edmund Sumner was a second-year player. He's actually in his fourth year here for Indiana. The first two years he didn't really get much playing time. Nevertheless, though, he's in his fourth year out of Xavier. So I just wanted to make that correction. Indiana now tied with Los Angeles 73-73. Malcolm Brogdon with the basketball. He's been very, very aggressive and efficient. More so focusing on attacking the paint, looking to draw and kick. They're working around the perimeter. Caris LeVert, the three-point shot at the top of the key, no good. Rebounded by Morris. He gets it to Luke Kennard. Remember, the Clippers playing without Kawhi Leonard tonight. He's resting. Clippers still getting efficient offense, though, as they look for Zubac inside. Zubac, 5 of 5 so far, including 4 dunks, 2 of them of poster variety. He's very aggressive so far. We look at the replay. Zubac trying to create separation in the post. He did hook his elbow there. Refs didn't call it, but it'll be possession to the Clippers. Zubac catches a pass from Paul George. He gets it back out to the wing for Morris, who finds Luke Kennard in the right corner for 3. So the 3 ball again working in the Clippers' favor. 76-73 Pacers looking to get inside to Zubac. Zubac off the glass with the left hand over, Sabonis with the left hand basket over Zubac. So it's a 1-point game. Pacers trail. Clippers 76-75. Paul George looking to respond with another 3. Clippers utilizing that 3 ball to maintain this lead and sustain this lead. But again, the Pacers not going away. Paul George tonight, 26 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists. We look at the 3 ball so far. Clippers with 10 threes, 10 of 18, shooting 56% from 3. The Pacers, 6 of 22 from 3, shooting 27%. The points in the paint have been there for the Pacers. 38 points in the paint compared to 24 for the Clippers. But when you trade 3s for 2s, that's how you get a 4-point lead right now. Brogdon thought about a 3. He attacks Kennard going left, draws contact, and he'll be going to the free throw line for 2. Tonight, Malcolm Brogdon, in 22 minutes, 8 of 10 from the floor, 18 points, 2 of 4 from 3, 3 assists, 2 rebounds. Brogdon this year having an exceptional year. He's averaging 21 points per game, 5 rebounds, 6 assists. His whole thing is about durability. He missed a substantial amount of time mid-season for the Pacers that really affected them in the standings. That's how they dropped all the way down to 9th. But they're still a quality team. They still fight every night. So they can work their way back up. They just have to get on the roll. Right now, they're 6-4 in their last 10. They won 3 in a row. So they're trying to build something. Clippers trying to get a basket. What a move from Paul George as he works his way to the baseline. Great dribble handoff with Zubac. He's able to get a 2-hand slam. 28 points for Paul George. Very aggressive, showcasing that aggressiveness and athleticism all in one. Great finish there by Paul George. 81-79 as the Pacers come back to score. 6:54 left in the third. Morris fadeaway jumper, no good. Rebounded by Caris LeVert. LeVert looking to take a 3. He knocks down the 3. Only the 7th 3 for the Pacers tonight, but it gives the Pacers a 1-point lead. So again, Caris LeVert's 19 points, puts the Pacers back up. Reggie Jackson looking to get a floater inside, rebounded by Zubac. Zubac trying to get a turnaround hook shot over Sabonis to fall. It does. So we have a seesaw game here halfway through the third. 6:18 left. Clippers up 1. Brogdon 8 of 10 from the floor. He drives and kicks it to Justin Holiday. He misses a 3. Rebounded by Zubac. Paul George looking to drive and kick to Reggie Jackson. Jackson looking to get a reverse. He misses it. Rebounded by Zubac. Zubac pushing the fast break. And he's fouled by Morris to stop the fast break opportunity. But that dunk by Paul George, amazing. Great dribble handoff from Zubac. Zubac able to seal off a defender where Paul George only had one man to overtake at the rim, able to contort his body in the air and finish with 2 hands. Pacers looking to take the lead back, trailing by 1. Caris LeVert, herky-jerky game still working in his favor. Able to finish with the mid-range jumper, free throw line extended, so it's a 1-point game, 84-83. Pacers up, 5:30 left in the third quarter. Zubac again, keeps Sabonis off balance, still able to finish, going left, but spins back right for the hook shot. So 85-84, Clippers lead. What in the pass from Malcolm Brogdon to set up Edmund Sumner once again on the baseline. We saw that at the end of the first half, where Sumner was able to get 2 free throw opportunities with 2.3 left in the first half. On this play, able to set up an alley-oop opportunity, working the baseline again. Sumner able to get a lay-in. But Paul George responds once again with another layup. So he might be headed for 40 points tonight, already with 30. Luke Kennard with the basketball. Clippers up 1. Fadeaway jumper for Kennard is good. And we got a timeout by Indiana. Clippers lead by 3. But I wouldn't say the Pacers are out of it. Back and forth we go. 4:36 left in the third. This is a Game of Day by Isaiah, presented to you by the Ask Isaiah YouTube page. Stay tuned. Welcome back. As the Clippers lead the Pacers with 4:36 left in the third. 89-86, the Clippers have utilized the three-point line extensively tonight. 10 of 18 from 3, shooting 56% from 3. The Pacers have maintained and sustained this game through battling in the paint, outscoring the Clippers in the paint by 10 so far, 44-34. Malcolm Brogdon looking to attack. He gets probably his easiest shot tonight at the rim and he misses it. Only his third miss tonight. Paul George able to get out and run on the fast break. He's fouled by T.J. McConnell to prevent an easy opportunity. Paul George has just been in the zone tonight. He's had to carry the offense without Kawhi Leonard. George tonight, 10 of 18 from the floor, 30 points, 4 of 6 from 3, and he's just been in a groove. He's been a playmaker. He's been aggressive as a scorer. He's been getting to the free throw line. He's just really showcasing what he can be at his most optimal level. Rajon Rondo back into the game, looking to get Morris involved in the post on the left block. Morris takes the fadeaway jumper. Morris has been aggressive tonight. 7 of 10 from the floor, 18 points. He's 3 of 3 from 3. Domantas Sabonis looking to kick out to LeVert. LeVert going left, dumps it off to Sabonis for a free throw line extended floater with that left hand. Great setup there by LeVert. Good poise by Sabonis and LeVert to play the two-man game under pressure. Right wing opportunity for Paul George. He thought about a 3, goes to Batum, then resets and goes back out to Paul George. Great Euro step inside over Domantas Sabonis. So great Euro step, able to split, going left, and finish with that left hand. On the fast break, though, on a secondary fast break, as Caris LeVert tried to get an easy opportunity after a Clippers make, able to get inside, draw contact. He'll be going to the free throw line for 2. LeVert tonight, playing very, very good. So far, 7 of 13 from the floor, 21 points. He's 1 of 5 from 3, but he's been very aggressive at the free throw line. He makes the first. So it's now a 4-point game. LeVert this year averaging just under 18 points per game, 17.7 uh, so far this season. In this previous game, I mentioned that 34-point performance against the Grizzlies in their previous game. They won that game 132 to 125. Shot 70% from the floor. Very efficient and really got in the groove. Tonight, 7 of 13. He goes 1 of 2 at the free throw line on that last appearance. So Clippers up by 4, 93 to 89. Rondo with the basketball, hounded by TJ McConnell. Rondo able to get it into the post for Morris. 7 on the shot clock. Can Morris make the basket? He does. Same action off the same left block. Able to take 2 dribbles, get into the paint, and take that fadeaway. So 6-point game. Clippers lead 95-89. Sabonis a bit out of control. Tries to drive and kick. He finds Brogdon. 12 on the shot clock. And there was a foul. Paul George doesn't believe it, but LeVert trying to split defenders. And they're reviewing the replay. First, we look at this Marcus Morris fadeaway, able to work the post, use physicality. So Caris LeVert will be going to the free throw line as the Clippers are in the penalty now. LeVert just went 1 of 2 at the line. So we look at the replay. Paul George, did he foul him? I'm not quite sure. It's subjective. I think that while there was contact, there's minimal contact up top. I think they're more so focused on the feet. And I'm trying to see. Okay, when you look at the replay, Caris LeVert trips on himself. He trips himself, but because of the activity up top, it makes it look like there's contact. But really, LeVert tripped over himself. He makes both free throws, so the Pacers will take it nonetheless. It's a 4-point game, 95-91. Morris again on the left block, working out of the post. He draws and kicks as the Clippers able to work it around the perimeter. Off of that attention from Morris, Nicholas Batum knocks in a right corner 3. So it's a 7-point game now, 98-91. Aaron Holiday works it around the perimeter to Sabonis. Sabonis can't knock down a 3. Rondo directing traffic, gets it to Batum from the right wing. He misses it off the front rim. That would have put the Clippers up by 10. Instead, Pacers looking to cut this to 4 as Brogdon misses a 3 from the top of the key. So it's 98-91. Batum handling the basketball, getting it to, looking to get it to Rondo, but it's stolen by TJ McConnell. And McConnell has his layup blocked by Batum. So great tenacity defensively by Batum, who had a turnover, but he gets back to get the chase down. And the Pacers get a steal as Zubac had an easy opportunity at the rim, stripped by Sabonis. Sabonis gets a great outlet pass to Aaron Holiday for a layup. So it's 98-93, 5-point game. Pacers looking to keep pace with the Clippers. That was a big stretch there. Great defense from both teams. In the post, Morris working out of that left block again. Instead of this time spinning into the lane, he spins back towards the baseline and knocks in that fadeaway jumper. So Morris getting it going here in that third. Sabonis responds with a floater of his own. So it's back to a 5-point game. Back and forth we go. Clippers maintaining their 2-possession lead, but the Pacers aren't going away. They're trying to go again to that left block. Morris this time has it stolen by Sabonis. TJ McConnell for the right corner 3, no good, rebounded by Zubac. McConnell not the best shooter. He's willing to take it if he's wide open. He was wide open. Rajon Rondo takes his 3. He misses it. So Pacers with the basketball, 21 seconds left in the third quarter. It's a 2-second differential between shot clock and game clock. Malcolm Brogdon with the basketball, looking to cut this lead to 2 or 3, depending on what type of shot Pacers get. Mid-range jumper for Brogdon is good. So he went through a stretch where he missed 3 in a row. He comes back and knocks down a jumper, and it's 100-97 as we go into the fourth. Clippers lead by 3. This is a Game of Day by Zay, presented to you by the Ask Isaiah YouTube page. Stay tuned for the final 12 minutes between the Los Angeles Clippers and the Indiana Pacers. Welcome back as we give you the final 12 minutes between the Clippers and Pacers. Clippers lead by 3, 100-97. Jumper for Paul George is good. Paul tonight in the zone, 11 of 19. 12 of 20 now. He has 34 points. Just getting everything he wants against his former team. Really in the zone. He has had to carry the offense for the Clippers without Kawhi Leonard, who's out tonight. Clippers still getting quality offense. He's still playing within each other, moving the basketball. Their thing is more so defense, as Rajon Rondo sets up Nicholas Batum for a great backdoor cut, and Batum gets a two-hand slam. But the Pacers haven't gone away. Despite trailing by 7, they have fought as Aaron Holiday misses the initial floater. He tries to get the offensive rebound. Possession will stay with the Clippers. As he tries to get the offensive rebound, he throws it off of a Clipper to save possession. So 14 on the shot clock. Clippers lead by 7. Pacers trying to get back into this game. TJ McConnell on the floor with Edmund Sumner, Jeremy Lamb, Batazde, and Aaron Holiday. Aaron Holiday attacking once again. Kicks out to Jeremy Lamb for the right wing 3. He can't get it to fall. Offensive rebound goes to TJ McConnell. He kicks it out to Sumner. Sumner can't knock down the 3. A rebound goes to Paul George. George thought about a 3. Instead, kicks it to Batum just to reset to get it back to Paul George, who knocks down a left block mid-range jumper. So George with 36 points tonight, 5 rebounds, 5 assists. Jeremy Lamb attacks Patrick Patterson, no foul call, and rebound goes to Paul George. Trying to set up the alley for Terrence Mann, and it's there. Great alley-oop set up for Paul George. The Clippers lead by 11, 108-97. Clippers might be trying to put the vice grips on the Pacers here in the early stages of this fourth quarter. Stay tuned for more as it's 10:07 left. Clippers lead Pacers by 11, 108-97. Welcome back as the Clippers lead the Pacers 108-97. Paul George with 36 points, putting on a masterclass performance here against his former team. Clippers as a team have 29 assists on 42 made field goals, so not much resistance from the Pacers in terms of how the Clippers are getting what they want. The Pacers are just trying to keep pace with their own scoring at a high level, but the first couple of minutes of this fourth, the Pacers have gone cold just a bit. Still time though, 9:29 left. Clippers working it around to Terrence Mann for a 3. So this time that pushes the Clipper lead to 12, as prior to the Pacers were able to get a lay-in. 111-99. TJ McConnell trying to get inside, work off the glass. Back-to-back baskets for TJ McConnell, trying to keep the Pacers in. It's a 10-point game now. 111-101. Man goes to Nicholas Batum, guarded by Jeremy Lamb. Rondo with 10 on the shot clock, looking to attack. He draws and kicks to Batum. Batum thought it was deflected. It wasn't. So it'll be a turnover by the Clippers. Clippers tonight, 12 of 22 from 3. Justin Holiday looking to take a 3. He misses it. Rebounded by Patrick Patterson. Strong rebound by Patrick Patterson. He's been an asset on the glass tonight. He had a couple of finishes in the first half off the offensive rebounds, creating extra possessions for the Clippers. Paul George draws and kicks to Nicholas Batum. He misses it off the front rim. Batum was wide open there. Just missed it. Aaron Holiday looking to draw and kick, has it stolen by Rondo. Patrick Patterson gets it ahead to Paul George, who goes to Terrence Mann. Mann can't make the layup, but Nicholas Batum is there on the second chance opportunity. So back to a 12-point game. Clippers creating that separation. Under 8 minutes to play here in the fourth. TJ McConnell behind the back dribble, trying to get into the paint, draws and kicks to Aaron Holiday. Jab step on the right wing, guarded by Patrick Patterson now. Pull up three for Holiday is good. The Pacers only 9 threes tonight. They haven't been able to knock it down at an efficient clip, but the Pacers have worked the bench. They have 23 points off the bench. The Clippers have 27 points off the bench. Paul George looked to take a three there. It might have been partially blocked. Came up as an air ball, rebounded by Jeremy Lamb. Lamb gets it to Holiday. Holiday looking to draw and kick, but he's fouled. He's fouled. Now he's trying to sell it as a shot. He wasn't shooting. Coming into the game will be Caris LeVert, Malcolm Brogdon, and Domantas Sabonis right now. 18 on the shot clock. Pacers possession, 7:20 left. Pacers doing anything they can to stay within striking distance right now to keep this as a close game down the stretch. Brogdon looking to go in the post for Sabonis, but it's a kick ball against Nicholas Batum, so possession will stay with the Pacers. We look at the Pacers all-around numbers as a squad. 48% from the floor, 8 of 31 from 3, 16 of 20 from the free throw line, and in the paint, they've been able to score 54 points. But the three-point line hasn't been working to their favor as Justin Holiday misses a three, offensive rebound to Sabonis, but they call a loose ball foul on Sabonis on the way of getting that rebound. So possession goes back to the Clippers. I mentioned the Clippers' three-point prowess tonight. 12 of 24 from 350%. They've been able to get 30 assists on 44 made field goals. And even though they're losing the points in the paint battle by 8, they along with the Pacers have put up a lot of points in the paint. They have 48 points in the paint as Patrick Patterson gets a basket off of a Paul George assist. Paul George tonight with 8 assists to go along with 36 points. Aaron Holiday looking to kick out to Malcolm Brogdon. He goes left, uses the hesitation dribble to create separation, uses the up fake, and then finishes on the left side of the glass. So Brogdon tonight, 24 points, 10 of 14 from the floor. Paul George thought about a three, good closeout by Malcolm Brogdon. George takes the screen from Patrick Patterson. They work it in the corner to Nicholas Batum, who's wide open in the right corner. He knocks in another three. LeVert looks to respond with the three of his own. He misses. So the Clippers, again, looking to put their vice grips on this game. We approach 5 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter. Clippers lead 118-106. Paul George attacking. Almost had a layup, but is stripped by Malcolm Brogdon. Great defense there, but his pass is stolen by Terrence Mann. And another alley-oop for Terrence Mann is there from Paul George. And a timeout by Indiana is now, it's a 14-point game, 5:35 left. As it was a steal initially by the Pacers. Clippers come right back as Terrence Mann sets up Paul George, who throws the alley on the run. Terrence Mann finishes with the two hands. We'll be back. Clippers up 14. Welcome back as the Pacers able to get a three-point basket out of that timeout from Malcolm Brogdon to cut the Clipper deficit from 14 to 11, 120 to 109. Reggie Jackson back into the game for the Clippers. Malcolm Brogdon having an exceptional game tonight, only has missed 4 shots tonight. Reggie Jackson trying to take a three. He misses it off the front rim, almost went in, but rebounded by Caris LeVert, trying to get some early offense. Justin Holiday for 3, can't get it to fall. Terrence Mann comes down with the rebound. Terrence Mann's played exceptionally well tonight. Paul George working the handle, goes behind the back looking to score. He misses the easiest shot he's had all night, a layup right at the rim. But great defense with the back tip on Domantas Sabonis. Sabonis lost track of where he was just a bit, looking to get a dribble handoff. Paul George gets the steal, and we have a stoppage. So it'll be a timeout. Timeout called by the Clippers. 16 on the shot clock. 4:26 left in the fourth. Clippers up 11. 120 to 109. We'll be back with more. This is a Game of Day by Zay, presented to you by the Ask Isaiah YouTube page. Stay tuned. Welcome back. As the Clippers come out of that timeout, they turn over the basketball. Caris LeVert had an opportunity at the rim, but it's blocked by Reggie Jackson. Pacers maintain possession with 8 on the shot clock. Great defense by Reggie Jackson to get back off of that Clippers turnover. Reggie Jackson gets the block on the chase down. Paul George there as the anchor defensively to assist with that chase down for Reggie Jackson. 7 on the shot clock. Pacers have to get some offense going here. Brogdon shoots a 3 from the left corner. He can't knock it down. So Clippers in control. Reggie Jackson with the basketball. Utilizing clock. 12 on the shot clock now. Working the right wing. He's trying to set up Paul George. At the top of the key, 8 on the shot clock. Paul George guarded by Justin Holiday. 4 on the shot clock. Paul George fadeaway jumper working the right baseline. Can't get it to fall. Rebounded by Sabonis. Pacers trying to get some early offense. Caris LeVert thought about a 3. He goes inside to Sabonis. Sabonis is fouled by Reggie Jackson. Reggie Jackson didn't want to give up anything easy. So Sabonis will be going to the free throw line. Sabonis tonight. He's had a solid game. Solid game tonight. We look at the overall numbers for Sabonis. 20 points, 13 rebounds, 2 assists, 9 of 16 from the floor. When we look at the replay, they say the foul was on the floor. Okay, so he was able to commit the foul before they gather. Sabonis tried to sell it to the ref, but they say it was on the floor. So Pacers basketball is deflected out of bounds as TJ McConnell tried to set up Caris LeVert for an opportunity off of the wing, deflected by Batum. 14 on the shot clock. Sabonis thought about a 3 on the left wing, on the right wing. Dribble handoff to McConnell. McConnell draws and drives and kicks to Caris LeVert. LeVert tries to take a 3 as the shot clock's winding down. It's an air ball rebounded by Terrence Mann. Reggie Jackson tonight also has had a solid game. He's been the relative starter throughout this year. Now with Rajon Rondo there, especially towards the playoffs, we will look to see how Ty Lue utilizes him and Rajon Rondo together, especially running offense under pressure against elite teams. Reggie Jackson tonight, 27 minutes, 4 points, but solid all-around play, 5 rebounds, 4 assists. Malcolm Brogdon able to get a basket. So Clippers trail by 9, 2:27 left, and we got a turnover by Paul George. This is where the Clippers need that point guard that can settle them down. While they are up and they are in control, these turnovers are careless. These turnovers allow for teams to build momentum, see if they can get something going in a short period of time. 2:15 left. A 3-pointer by Justin Holiday isn't good, but an offensive rebound by TJ McConnell sets up a Caris LeVert 3. He's unable to knock it down. Another rebound for Terrence Mann. But again, although the Clippers are going to win this game, they're going to win this game because the Pacers don't have enough talent to keep up with them. But I think that the Pacers are doing a good job of exploiting and exposing certain things that might hurt the Clippers later on down the stretch when they play the likes of a Sixer team or the Nets or the Lakers, those top tier teams that can challenge them defensively. The Clippers actually play the Sixers this week, so that would be a good litmus test to see where both teams are. Both teams definitely have championship aspirations. But the matchup itself, they have different styles. Sixers like to play inside out with Joel Embiid, who's definitely a mismatch with the interior. The Clippers have great perimeter shooting, at least efficiency-wise. I mentioned them being the number 1 shooting team in the league from 3. in terms of percentage. The Sixers have great perimeter defense with Ben Simmons, Matisse Thybulle, and Tobias Harris. So let's see how uh, that particular matchup will play itself out. And will Kawhi be there? He's taking a rest tonight. Hopefully he's there, and both teams will be at full health. Caris LeVert trying to attack. He misses offensive rebound to Malcolm Brogdon. He takes the three. He misses it off the front rim. Rebounded by Nicholas Batum. We are under a minute to play in the fourth. Malcolm Brogdon fouls Reggie Jackson with 58 seconds left. The Clippers lead 112 to 111. So that shall about do it. The rest of the points now would uh, be cosmetic in nature, more so for the aesthetic. Uh, 58 seconds left. Morris tonight, Marcus Morris, unsung hero tonight. 9 for 12 from the floor. He really worked that paint area, especially on that left block, utilizing fadeaways, drawing defenses, able to set up teammates. 22 points, 9 of 12 from the floor. 3 of 3 from 3, 7 rebounds, 3 assists. Ivica Zubac tonight, exceptional game. Only one miss, 7 of 8 from the floor, 14 points, 7 rebounds. Some posters that really put the Pacers on notice in terms of his activity. I mentioned Reggie Jackson tonight. He has 5 points. He's made his free throws. All around playing great defense, being a playmaker. Paul George, masterclass performance tonight. 36 points, 13 of 25 from the floor, 4 of 7 from 3, 8 assists. Defensively, also put the Pacers on notice as well. He had 2 steals. He did have 5 turnovers, but he did have to be a primary playmaker during stretches of this game, and at times Paul can be a bit lackadaisical with the handle, but nevertheless, he was exceptional tonight, and he had to be because the Pacers definitely tried their best, especially uh, for the first 3 quarters. Domantas Sabonis, I mentioned his 20 points, his 13 rebounds. Uh, Justin Holiday, 3 of 9 from the floor, only 2 of 7 from 3. He struggled. Malcolm Brogdon, though, put on a show, played exceptionally well tonight. His efficiency is what stands out to me. 12 of 18, 29 points. He just couldn't keep up with what Paul George was doing. He tried his best. He was 3 of 8 from 3. He started to miss more so late to try to keep the Pacers in it. Off the bench, the Pacers didn't get much outside of TJ McConnell. 6 of 10 from the floor, 13 points. When we look at the Clippers bench, they got great production from Terrence Mann tonight. 12 points, 5 of 9 from the floor. Also, I'm going to give out a big shout out to Luke Kennard, who knocked down some threes as well, 2 of 3. So the 3-point line tonight, very beneficial for the Clippers. 13 of 28, and that percentage really has gone down in the last couple of minutes or so. The Clippers more so were at the 60% clip for the majority of this game, around like 57% for the majority of this game. But in the final seconds or so, teams getting shots up, it doesn't really matter, but it's killing the percentage. Caris LeVert attacks, he draws a foul with 54 seconds left. He makes the first. LeVert had a solid game tonight as well, trying to keep pace with what Brogdon was doing tonight. LeVert, 25 points. He makes both free throws, so now with 26. 54 seconds left. Clippers will improve to 38 and 18. They improve to 38 and 18, while the Pacers will fall to 25 and 27. We got a timeout on the floor by Ty Lewis. He gets the back end of the bench in. So we'll be back with more. This is a Game of Day by Zay presented to you by the Ask Isaiah YouTube page. With 54 seconds left, the Clippers lead the Pacers 124 to 113. Stay tuned. Welcome back as we finish up this Clippers Pacers game. Clippers up 11, 124, 113. Clippers draw a foul in the final couple of minutes here. Pardon me, couple of seconds. as the Pacers trying to extend the game as much as they can. There's been a quality game from both sides, both teams fighting to compete. You look at what the Pacers are up against. You're going against a high-powered team like the Clippers. You don't necessarily have the talent to run with the Clippers, but you still have to show faces, especially when we're thinking about the play-in tournament. When we look at the standings right now, the Pacers are ninth. The Pacers are ninth. They have a sizable lead over the 10th spot, Toronto. They're 5 games ahead of Toronto right now. Actually, 5.5 games ahead of Toronto right now. But after this loss tonight, they'll be 5 games ahead. Um, with that said, though, you don't want to put yourself in a position where you have to battle for that ninth, 10th spot. You want to try to fight into that top six as best you can to get a solidified spot. Fortunately, that's just the breaks of the game sometimes, depending on personnel. They still definitely had a high quality game. 126 to 115, 13.6 seconds left. Clippers basketball. Clippers basketball. We look at the standings. Right now, the Knicks are in eighth. They're 28 and 27. They just got a victory over the Lakers last night. The Celtics are 28 and 26. They're seventh. And Charlotte is in the cutoff at the sixth seed. They're 27 and 25. So they're very comfortable. Well, the top 5 teams are comfortable. 6 on down is still battling with each other. We'll see if Charlotte is able to sustain that 6th seed. But nevertheless, the Clippers the Pacers who fall to the Clippers 126 to 125. 126 to 115. Definitely have some work to do. We'll be back with more games throughout this season. Great performance by Paul George as he was able to hold it down without Kawhi Leonard. The Pacers got a great performance from Malcolm Brogdon tonight, along with Domantas Sabonis and Caris LeVert. It just wasn't enough for a Clippers team who shot lights out from the three-point line and was able to put a vice grip on the game towards the latter parts. We'll be back with more throughout the season. This is a Game of Day by Zay presented to you by the Ask Isaiah YouTube page. You just listened to the Clippers defeat the Pacers 126 to 115. Thank you for watching. Peace.